Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'll show you how to crochet this beautiful ruffle hat. It's stylish, beginner friendly and super easy to make. I'll take you through the process, so grab your yarns and your hook and let's get started. So you need your crochet hook for this project. I'm using a size 4, and also you need scissors and also yarn. This is going to be a two-toned hat, so we're going to use two colors of yarn. I'm using white and pink, and also I'm doubling my yarn because it's a fingering weight yarn, and we're going to take measurements. You need your measuring tape. So next is going to be the abbreviations. You can pause to read it. So now we're going to start. We're going to first make a magic circle, chain 1 and insert 10 double crochet. The instructions are already above in the video, so I might not do more talking. This is my first YouTube video, so I asked for your advice and corrections. I'm going to take all anything that I not do, or maybe something was not clear enough, so that when I'm making my next video, I'm going to put that in practice so that my video will grow, like I will grow in making my video and make it better for you guys to understand. So I'm going to meet you guys later in the video when we enter the houndstooth part, like when to make the houndstooth stitch, because I believe that some people might not understand the instruction, so I'll need to like explain it more. So see you guys in that part of the video. So now we are done with the part of increasing. So you're going to make your project flat enough and take your tape to measure. It is meant to read 7 inches. So I don't know, there are different type of yarn. Maybe other people can use DK with yarn. So but it's meant to read 7 inches. So now we're going to enter the houndstooth part. You're going to chain 3, make a single crochet in one stitch and a double crochet in another stitch. I don't mean like you make them in one stitch, like you make them in different stitches. No, the last row was 80, so this row will still be 80, but it's single crochet in one stitch and double crochet in another stitch. So that's what we're going to do throughout this row 9. So I'm going to meet you back when we are done with this row 9. So we are at the end of row now. Make our last stitch and we're going to color change. I think I should have to color change in the beginning. After color changing, you slip stitch. So now instead of going the normal way, how we're going to start row 10, we're going to chain 1, then flip your work to the other side, like flip your work to the wrong side, then you chain 1. In the place where there is double crochet, you insert a single crochet, and in the place where there is a double crochet, you insert a single crochet. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying, but that's what you're going to be doing. Where you put your double crochet in the row 9, in row 10 you're going to insert a single crochet, and where you put your single crochet in row 9, in row 10 you're going to put a double crochet, and that's what you're going to do throughout this row. That's what you're going to be repeating till the end of this work. have now completed 8 rows of increases and 8 rows of houndstooth stitch, making a total of 16 rows. At this point, your work should measure exactly 7 inches or 7.5 inches depending on the type of yarn you use. That is my standard length, and it also works well for this hat. Now moving on to the ruffles, you're going to color change and slip stitch your work. Then now you're going to chain 3 and place 2 double crochet in each stitch. Since you had 80 stitches before, this increase will bring you to 160 stitches, and you're going to follow the instructions above for the rest of the ruffle rows, and I'm going to meet you once you're done with the ruffles. We are basically done with the hat, but I like adding finishing rows to my hat, and this time around I'm going to use a crab stitch, or better still known as a reverse single crochet. So it's just like moving backward, but you're crocheting backward with a single crochet. If it's too hard for you, you can complete your work with a single crochet, like a normal single crochet, or you complete your work with a slip stitch. That works well too, but me, I like using reverse crab stitch. So I'm going to meet you guys when at the end of this work. Now we are at the end of the hat, so what's remain for me now is to slip stitch, chain one, and cut off my yarn, and we are done with this hat. So after doing that, I'm going to use a darning needle. You guys will see it as the video goes on. I'm going to use a darning needle and weaving my ends, and basically we are done with this tutorial. We're finally done with the tutorial, like we're finally done the hat. I'm just arranging the ruffles so that it will look beautiful. I just want to say thank you for watching this video, for watching this tutorial. If you enjoyed this tutorial, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And if you try this ruffle hat, tag me on Instagram at @KerosHook. I would love to see all your beautiful work or your color combinations. So I'll see you guys at my next video. Bye.